All right. What's up, everyone? Good morning. Welcome to my live stream from the ocean on a Friday. Is it really the last Friday that I'll be live streaming from this location for a while? Yes. I am deeply bummed out that we're going to be moving the whole operation back to New York City so we could get the kids back to school. Yuck. With that, I say good morning to Mike O'Donnell. You are first on the whole damn thing. Mike, how are you, brother? Hope you're doing all right. Also on the TikTok this morning, also on the Twitter this morning. It's a glorious morning here at the beach, but it's a bit on the chilly side. My God, what happened to summer, man? It is September 1st, though, right? Gail, good morning to you. Who else we got? Checking in? We got Joseph Lewis. We got Joseph Ramos. Happy Friday, my man. Cheers. Yeah, happy Friday to you. By the way, it's FU Friday, man. If there's anything that has kind of bothered you this week, you got to let me know. I'll put you on the big screen and we'll talk about it, all right? We got Steve McCann. We got T. Scott. We got Lewis. Mike O'Donnell saying, hope you burn weed this weekend. Nah. Well, I did take a microdose last night. I'm a big fan of the microdose. Just a little touch, a little taste. Keeps everybody honest, right? Hell yeah. RJ Henners, morning GH and squad. I like turtles. Yeah, man, I got to do something very, very special yesterday. We'll talk about it in a second, but I see that good old Robert Spahn is in. Well, is on the live stream. How are you, Robert? Good morning to Robert Spahn. Why am I focusing on Robert Spahn right now? I'll tell you why I'm focusing on Robert Spahn. Because his daughter is turning, 3? Is she 3 years old today? Robert Spahn is Marlo, 3 years old today. Robert Spahn, I consider him a friend. And, man, if his daughter's turning 3, we got to give it a little special attention, don't you think? Got to take care of the people out there. Does your daughter drink coffee? Does Marlo drink coffee at 3? Because I'm giving Marlo, Robert Spahn's daughter, the first cheers of the morning. Happy birthday to Marlo. I know you like mac and cheese, Marlo, but you don't like coffee yet? I say you drink some coffee with your mac and cheese. That's what I say. And I believe you guys are heading to, Pittsburgh? To the petting zoo? Robert Spahn, is this true today? Is this true? But I want to wish a very happy birthday to Marlo. 3 years old, and supposedly she watches these with Robert. That's not smart. Now I got to make sure I don't have my potty mouth happening. Look, everyone's saying happy birthday to Marlo. There you go. Even TikTok is saying happy birthday to Marlo, Robert. Ted Palawada, morning all morning. Jamie Lynn, morning, everyone. Happy Friday. A bunch of people in the chat saying happy birthday to Marlo. Well, there you go. Good morning from Denver, Colorado. Good God. We need a Bubba and Opie, the Love Sponge show. Man, me and Bubba, the Love Sponge, we were getting along. We were kind of like doing it a little bit here and there, but I can't get a hold of the damn guy all of a sudden. I want to get him on my thing. I've gone on his thing a couple times, and now I want him on my thing. But we can't get that done for whatever reason. Also, by the way, it's Super Chat Friday. What is Super Chat Friday? I like fivers and likes. I'm not going to lie to you. A fiver goes a long way. A like goes even longer. So if like 2 or 3 minutes of this is entertaining today, then you got to hit the like, okay? Because it helps me get the live stream in front of more people. All right? And it's also FU Friday. So anything that is, look, I'll say the word. Are you going to be okay with this, TikTok? I'm going to say the word pissed. Anything pissed you off this week, I want to hear from you. And let's get it out. Let's get it out. All right, let's get it out. What's up, day one? How are you? By the way, that's how Carl used to say, get it out. Let's get it out. Let's get it out. What's up, Scott Watson? Waking me up this morning, you son of a bee. I got what is it? Subscriptions on my Instagram, right? We got a chat room, right? And every morning, whoever's up first just says good morning. And it's almost like a weird little competition, I guess. I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping in for the first time in who knows weeks. And all of a sudden, my phone starts blowing up because Scott Watson was awake first, and he said, "Good morning." And Scott, I'm here to say, I know how creepy this is going to sound, but your message in the chat room saying good morning was the reason why I got up early this morning. So Scott Watson woke me up this morning. It's kind of creepy. I forgot to turn off my my notifications when I went to bed. But there you have. Oh, morning, Ope, coming in from the TikTok. Good morning. Good morning to everybody on the TikTok. John Quartz, good morning and happy Friday. Open squad. Yeah, happy Friday. This is it, right? The weekend's upon us. The last weekend of summer. What? I remember sitting here. It felt like yesterday. I said, "Oh my God, August is here. It's summer's over," and I was in a complete panic because I know August goes like this. And now we're at September 1st, and you could feel it, man. I mean, it is dramatically colder today. Why? Because it hits September 1st. That don't make no sense. What's up, Patty? How are you? Who else we got checking in? Let me take the sunglasses off. Oh, I can see you. Hi, everybody. Got much love from New Jersey coming in on the TikTok. What's up, Greg? You called me lame on my vacation. Well, I'm sorry about that, sir. I didn't mean to call you lame. I'm sorry. Robert Spahn, 3 years old, brother. That's crazy. And you guys watch these things together, Robert Spahn? 3 years old, man. You know, I'm going to give you the advice that everybody gave me as a parent. You know, take it all in because it goes so fast. I remember being in an elevator. My kids were like, I mean, this big. They were this big. And it was an older parent. And they're, you know, smiling and reminiscing because probably their kids are now like, you know, staying out all night and breaking all the rules. And these older parents, they looked at me and my wife and our kids that were this big. And they said, you know, take it all in. It goes really fast. And I'm like, oh, really? How old are your kids now? They're 28 and 32. I'm like, oh, my God. I'm like, yeah. And then I'm like, what do you kids want for dinner? And, man, just like, now my son's 13. My daughter's going to be 11. My son is up to my shoulder now. Like, what happened? So, Robert, for your daughter's third birthday, Marlo, take it all in. Have fun at the petting zoo in Pittsburgh. Take it all in. All of it. All right? All right. It was the best advice that I did not follow. And now I want some years back. I want a few years back now. If I could take my kids' ages and just maybe like 2 or 3 years backwards, I would be a very happy man. Yeah, look, happy birthday to Robert's daughter. Joseph Lewis is I mean, I'm focusing on this because Robert Spahn is a good egg, a huge supporter of what I do. So, and if his and if his daughter's turning 3 today, you know, I want to absolutely acknowledge that. All right. And look, all the birthday wishes coming in. Oh my God, we got a good crew. Got a good crew. Look at all the happy birthdays coming in. Gail, right on. Robert, thanks for the birthday wishes, Opester and all. Really appreciate that. Right on, man. We got a little but tight community here on the Opie live stream in the mornings from the ocean. I can't even believe we already have like 1 foot out of the house. Like we're all focused on the New York City thing now. But it's exciting because I remember the last day I did the live stream from the Glassbox studio. And I was a little bummed leaving that because you get used to it. And I said, this is the last one. You know, from this day forward, I'll be live streaming from that ocean with the waves behind me. And now we're on the other side of that. And this is one of the last live streams from here for a while. And but we'll be back 500 feet above the streets of New York City. And we'll also be live streaming from Get Parts, and we'll also be live streaming from the streets of New York. So, you know, a lot of different and new things right around the corner, which I'm excited about because I think it's time to mix it up again. That's for sure. What beach coming in from Rich One off TikTok? You know, I haven't got that question in quite some time now. Way out east on Long Island, closer to Montauk than not. Welcome, Rich. Welcome. Yeah, the beer show will be coming back as well. Yes, a lot of things coming back right around the corner. So that'll be good. Glenn with the good morning from LI. What's up, Glenn? Welcome. We need to have a talk, Colorado. Ha ha ha. They aren't sending their best. I don't know what that means. I'm missing something out with that. Isn't it cold outside, Ope? It is. Yes, it's very cold actually. It's chilly. It is. It's a little chilly. It's a little chilly out here. I would say it's barely 60 degrees right now, but supposedly it's going to be like 90 degrees this weekend or something. So that'll be good. Maybe these damn waves could calm down. Oh my goodness, they're still really, really high. Really, really high. Happy birthday, Marlo. Great name coming in from Leslie. Right on, man. Belly bounces, super chatters. Pew, pew, pew. The home of beaching in the morning. Street fighting man. Right on. Good morning from Virginia Beach. What's up, Lap Frog? Michael, I'm jealous sweating in Florida here. Oh, really? Yeah, man. You know, I hear you. But I mean, I told my wife yesterday, I'm like, 2 more weeks would be just perfect. I feel like it's a little too early to move the whole operation back to the city. But, you know, this stupid schools. Now I'm talking to the parents out there. They usually we get a few days buffer after Labor Day. But this year, man, the kids are going back right after Labor Day. And it's so stupid because it's a theme with me in general in my life and my live streaming. You know, I just want to progress or push society forward. And at this point, well, you know what? I bet you there's a bunch of parents that are actually going to disagree with what I'm about to say. So whatever. I'll say it anyway. I mean, the last month of school for my kids, especially last 3 weeks ish, is such a waste of time. But I know a lot. I know a lot of you parents are like, shut up, Hope. We want them in school. So maybe I should give myself an FU. But from you think about what would be good for you, and then you want everybody to change to fit your needs. And I'm thinking like, oh my God, if we could get out here 3 weeks early to start our summer and go back a little later, that would be ideal. Absolutely ideal. They even know it's a waste of time that they shove all this stuff at the end of the school year. They have pizza day, they have pajama day, they have ice cream day. We're going to hang on the roof day. They got the egg drop. And they shove it all within the last week of school because they know the parents that have the means, and I'm fortunate to have the means, we want to get the hell out of New York City and start our summers. Waves looking good, woodworker. They're finally starting to calm down. They were just absolutely awesome the last 2 or 3 days with that super blue moon. Really made the tide nice and high. Oh my God, it was crazy. Effing crazy. So anyway, it's FU Friday. If you got an FU, please let me know what bothered you this week, and we'll get you on the big screen and we'll talk about it, okay? All right. Good morning from Richmond, Virginia coming in. What's up, Ted Sheckler 1? How are you? That's a name from like the Opie and Anthony show, right? A little reference there. Hacks. What doesn't piss me off? Scott's a good alarm. All right. Yeah, Scott goes, I was going to kiss your ear first. I woke up because I'm like, why am I awake? And it was my phone blowing up. And it was like I said, it was the notifications for the chat room for the members of my Instagram, Opie Radio. You got, it's another thing to join that really helps me. I'm not going to lie to you. We got a nice little group in there, and I try to mix it up a little bit. I got the private Facebook group where we're posted all the time. And then Instagram, I got more of a 24-hour chat room that's rolling that I pop into when I can. And to hear the notifications go off, and then I check my phone, it's like, it's Scott Watson saying good morning in the Instagram chat room. I did say this out loud. Ew, Scott Watson woke me up. Looking forward to seeing you soon, brother. So yesterday, we got to do. God, we were really lazy yesterday, just laying around, doing nothing. Because for real, as much as I'm bitching, we're pretty much done. We're pretty much done here, and we're ready, kind of ready. I'm not ready, but I'm sort of ready. So we're just laying around, like just counting the days before we pack the car and get back to the city. And then my friend Chris, aka Fish Guy Photos, he texts me. He goes, "Hey, yo, we're releasing turtles tonight." I'm like, "Well, damn, we're there." So we drove. I don't know. It had to be an hour, close to an hour, where they were doing it, and I got to see them release. How many last night? 7 turtles. Just absolutely awesome. And they got satellite tags on some of them, so now you could go online and check out where the turtles are that they released yesterday, which is cool and bad because you don't want to like check out the turtles online and see one that's not moving at all. That would be a bummer. But basically, they do a really really good job. They rescue sea life in the winter, especially. Like you get seals that wash up on this beach. They're exhausted and tired or injured. And this group, what is it? I think it's part of the Riverhead Aquarium, I think. And they, they do the right thing and they nurse these sea creatures back to good health. And the sea turtle thing, they release them all summer long. They've been in their care for some of them for like 6 months, something crazy like that. And we get invited to watch them release the turtles. They come out in giant boxes, and it's a good group of people. It's a couple hundred people are around the ropes, and everyone's just applauding and clapping. And then they release the turtles one by one, and the surf was crazy yesterday. And so we're watching this. It's like, this is so awesome. It was really really cool. And then we went somewhere else and ate dinner from a food truck. It was a perfect night. It was absolutely a perfect night. Had a couple tuna poke bowls because I said I'll have a tuna poke bowl, and they thought that meant I'll have 2 tunas. So I had 2 tuna poke bowls, and we hit a picnic table, and there's a big bag of food, and I'm taking out the food for the kids and the wife, and I'm like, "Oh, here's your poke bowl." I didn't order a poke bowl. I did. Well, there's 2 of them in here. I'm like, I'll just eat both of them. Why not? But it was such a good night watching the turtles being released. It was just awesome. And there's tears because there's a lot of people that got really close to these turtles as they were nursing them back to health, but they knew it's time to do the right thing and get them back in the ocean. And it was kind of it's kind of emotional for the people that worked so closely to these sea creatures. And then a few of the people behind the ropes, they're crying too. And then some lady's hitting me in the head with a giant lens on her camera because she needed a good shot. She needed to make sure she got a good video and pictures of the sea turtles getting released. Nothing better than when you get a spot, right? We all know when you get a spot. So you find your spot for something cool. You're there, nice. Like for us, we're right in front of the rope. Turtles being released right in front of us. And then some S-head uses the excuse me, and a lot of people fall for it and they move, and next thing you know, they take your spot. So I had one of those. Excuse me. I'm like, no excuse me's. I ain't falling for the excuse me. And next thing you know, you're like, what happened to our perfect spot? No, that ain't happening. Sorry. No. Opie, wait until they start driving. That will really freak you out. They go from babies to adults driving in a blink of an eye. Brutal, man. I don't even know what to tell you, man. I don't know. I mean, because that whole thing is like less and less kids nowadays are learning how to drive because they got the ride sharing. You're seeing it more and more, and way less kids are buying cars. They almost look at us like, "Why do you have a car? That's dumb." Hey, Hope, thanks for the WNEW days. You made my high school years fun. Well, thanks, Dan. Thanks for checking this out on the TikTok. Cheers. I'm a 45-year-old grandpa. It's crazy as F. Oh my, I don't even want to do the math. A Kuma wins perfect. Wow, what a name. You're a grandpa at 45? So if you had your kid at 20, right? I guess it's doable. Then your kid at 25 could have a kid. All right, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Unless you had kids really, really late. I'll leave it alone. You know how some people go, leave it alone? I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm leaving that one alone. Most of the time when someone says leave it alone, you're like, ew, shut it. Kids grow so fast. Just dropped my daughter off at college. Damn, Ralph. Damn. All right, what else is going on? It's it's FU Friday. It's Super Chat Friday. It's hit the likes button Friday. And there you go. Is a hot dog a sandwich? Oh, that old gag. Man, I think anything on bread is a sandwich. I think it's as simple as that, right? It's a weird sandwich. The hot dog is a weird sandwich, but it's a sandwich. Of course it is. And there's only one way to eat hot dogs. I did it all summer long. You burn the crap out of them. Just burned the crap out of them. Although, some of those New York City hot dogs where they just boil them, those eat pretty good. But you get a soggy bun because they take the hot dog out of the hot dog water. They don't shake it off. They throw it in the bun. So now you got a soggy bun with your sauerkraut and yellow mustard. You're embarrassed for me. Are you embarrassed for me? Let me get rid of another. I can't allow people that are embarrassed for me to watch my live stream. And he's embarrassed for me. I just blocked some dude on TikTok, right? He's embarrassed for me. I just saw his account, 0 followers and 0 following people. So he made a troll account to tell the world that he's embarrassed. That's weird. It's absolutely weird. No plans for a radio show or podcast. That's downright depressing, Doug Harney. Where the hell have you been? I needed people like you years ago. I've had a podcast for years. New episode is out right now, wherever you get your Opie radio podcast. Are you you don't know I've been podcasting? I'm putting him in timeout. Wait, I can't even put him in timeout. Why can't I put you in timeout? Uh-oh. Yeah, man, something seems to be weird about the live stream this morning. The numbers are weird, and then I don't have some of my buttons. I don't have some of my go-to buttons. So something went a little off today. Kids grow up so fast. Oh, all right, we did that. Yes. I like the live from Gephardt's concept. I'll be there. Right on, Vincent Scaramuzzo. Yeah, we're going to start really soon. We're putting it together, but I'm going to be live streaming from Matt's Joint Gephardt's on the Upper West Side pretty much every Tuesday. We're going to make it a thing. We're still working on the time. And yeah, I think we're just going to build it. It's going to be an open call, but I got to know you. So if I recognize you from the private Facebook group or my subscriptions on Instagram, or if I kind of recognize you from, these live streams in general, you're more than welcome to hang. But we're going to try to do it every Tuesday, which is a weird day, I understand, but we're going to just give it a go. And, I got to make sure I'm consistent. That was the bad thing about these live streams in the beginning. I wasn't consistent, but now more or less every morning I'll be on from, between 7. Oh no, starting Oh no, starting like next week when I'm back in the city, I think I got to go a little earlier because I got to squeeze in some time before I wake up the kids for school. Uh, 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 It is Super Chat Friday. Let me skip to a Super Chat. Super Chats get you to the front of the line. Jeremy writes, your kids seeing a turtle release is part of a lifetime of good experiences you are trying to give them. Greetings from Rochester. Have a good Friday. Thank you, Jeremy. Yeah, we get to do a lot of cool things out here in the summer, thanks to my friend Chris, a.k.a. Fish Guy Photos, who just out of nowhere, like, what was it, like 2 or 3 days ago? He's like, dude, I haven't seen you that much this summer, although we've seen each other here and there. He's like, I'm coming over. I'm like, he didn't even give me the option to say, well, I'm busy. He's like, I'm coming over with a couple beers so we could hang out a little bit. I'm like, all right. You want friends like that in your life. The only thing we didn't do this year was go whale watching with Chris, but I think we're trying to do that in the fall. All of a sudden, he's like, hey, meet me at like, I don't know what time we have to meet, like 5:30 in the morning. We get on a boat because he tries to do it before work, and we're out there like a mile or so, and check it out, humpback whales. It's awesome. So thank you, Jeremy, for noticing, man. Yeah, we try to give the kids some good experiences. So there you have it. Vincent Scaramuzo. Only the destroyer can run into a people problem at a turtle release. Well, come on, man. We all look for our spot when it's something cool to check out. And there's always like people that don't want to put in the time. They don't want to get there early. They don't want to stand around until your feet are tired before the thing starts. And you're looking like, oh, God, another 10, 15 minutes. And then these last minute people come and they try to use that excuse me thing. I'm like, no, there's no excuse. That means you want to get in front of me. No, that ain't happening. No. You know where it happened? It was the Macy's Day Thanksgiving Parade, or the Thanksgiving Macy's Day, or is it Thanksgiving Macy's Day Parade in New York City? Mike Sappho hooked me up big time. Like I got into a VIP section last year with my family. The floats were right above our head. It was insane. These floats are bigger than my house going by within feet of us. We had the perfect location, perfect. And some family did pull the excuse me thing. And so, you try to be nice and polite. So if someone says, excuse me, you kind of move. And also I'm like, wait, you said, excuse me, to get right in front of us. And yes, that's exactly what I said to them. And they're like, oh, wow. And then, they moved down a little bit and gave us our spot back. Don't fall for the excuse me thing when you have a spot. Eugene, talk about Geneseo. I was just talking about Geneseo. And this guy wants to talk about your mafia days. You're being a little cute there, are you? Oh my God! Robert Spawn just gave me $35. Super Chat Friday. I got no FUs. Beautiful 79 in Pennsylvania before next week's death heat wave. Thanks for the very kind words, Opster, and everyone. Have a great last weekend at the beach. Robert Spawn just gave me $35. You just paid for one out of the two tuna poke bowls that I ate after the Sea Turtles release thing last night. Have a great weekend in Pittsburgh, Robert Spawn. Thank you. Oh, my God, if I knew that. Is there anybody else that wants a birthday shout-out? Let's turn this into Cameo. I'll do Cameo right in front of everybody. Thanks, Robert, for real. And thanks for all your support. And I hope Marlo has a wonderful, third birthday. All right? All right. Yeah, we got a Leave It Alone coming in from Sean Kirby, the stupid Leave It Alone. Ugh, I hate the Leave It Alone. Leave it alone. You want to have an honest opinion about something that's going on in society or politics, and then somebody quickly just writes, leave it alone. Leave it alone. What does that mean anyway? I'm just taking it all in, man. I hear the waves behind me. Got the umbrella because the sun is already blasting. It's actually gotten a lot warmer out here in the last, 15 or 20 minutes. But I can't believe I can't I can't believe summer's just about over. There's Doggy. Doggy. You good, Doggy? We had an intruder last night. We were on high alert last night. Panned out all right, but we were on high alert. Doggy's barking like crazy. There's a little something going on sort of over here. And then Doggy's losing his mind. And then my neighbor pops out. He goes, I got you. He just got me. He's got me all right. And then everything, in the end, everything kind of panned out. It was a little weird, but everything panned out. But I got a neighbor that is no joke. Let's just put it that way. Anyway, agree. Burn the hot dogs on the sausage. Oh yeah, man. But make sure, don't do what I did and have the barbecue grill a little close to your wood framework as you're burning the sausages. Next thing you know, you're like, hey, why is the whole deck smoking? This close. Because, man, the grease from the sausage was a burning. Oh, the Baba Booey thing coming in. All right, thanks, the Raiders Daily Podcast. I did a whole separate video on that. Wait, do I have it? Yeah, let me play this for everybody while I get a cup of coffee. Let me see if I have it. Yeah, I have this. Let me go get a cup of coffee. Here's some guy. I guess he's trying to get to me with the Baba Booey. I don't know. I made this video and posted it everywhere. Watch this. I'll be right back. Okay, I gotta get Booey, Baba Booey, Howard Stern's hot dog, Baba Booey, sauce on side. Damn, bruh, you're bringing the heat. You're bringing the heat. Damn, bruh. Gang. I don't know what to do with that when someone yells a Baba Booey at me. What am I gonna do? That's why back in the day when I was doing Opie and Anthony, Howard Stern fans came at us hard, and we would just laugh at all of them. And that was the difference between us and other radio shows. There were other radio shows. A Stern caller would call in and go Baba Booey. They would freak out like it was the end of the world. People would call us, go Baba Booey, and we would basically, go, what are you doing? What are you doing? Well, Baba Booey. Yeah, all right. What are you doing? Are you all right, bro? Baba Booey. Okay, Baba Booey to you too. And then these other radio shows, someone would go Baba Booey. The panic would be in the air. They would pretty much shut down the radio show, go to commercial for 15 or 20 minutes to try to figure out a strategy. That was the difference between us and many, many radio shows out there. Baba Booey. Oh, Baba Booey, huh? What else you got? Baba Booey. Okay, Baba Booey, right back at you, sir. There you go. Nice and easy. Second cup of coffee on a Friday. Looking for what pissed you off this week. Let me know, okay? That is good. I'm just starting to wake up here. Fenway Franks. Man, I haven't had a Fenway Frank in a very, very long time. I don't have an opinion on the Fenway Frank. I forgot what they tasted like. I haven't been to a Sox game, and oh my God, it could be over 10 years at this point. King of all dips. Hot dogs are not a sandwich. They are a sandwich. They're on bread. Anything on bread is a sandwich. Of course, they're sandwiches. Even when my grandma was making margarine and sugar sandwiches, they're sandwiches because they're on the bread. That's what makes it a sandwich or not. Of course, it's a sandwich. Robert Spahn. Howard Stern killed you so much you are in heaven. What the hell does that mean? The Raiders Daily Podcast. Looks like Howard rules. Okay, I think the Baba Booey video that I posted really bothered the Raiders Daily Podcast. I don't know. I think it might have bothered them. If you think Howard rules, brother, then, just go for it. Good for you. I don't think he rules that much because guess what? This is what's very strange. You're like saying Howard rules. He's on right now with a giant radio show on Sirius XM with a giant staff They're paying the guy a ridiculous salary, and you can't be bothered watching or listening to him. You'd rather watch me. So I win today. I win. Now I put you in a timeout. Should I just block the guy? I ain't blocking that guy. He seems like he could be a little fun on this thing. Stern is a crane or stork, not a goat. Oh, damn. Any football predictions? It's hard to predict. I think the Jets will have a good season. I think the expectations are high because of Aaron Rodgers, but I'm not stupid. I've been watching the Aaron Rodgers. His skills have dropped off in the last few years. The Jets aren't getting Aaron Rodgers in his prime. The Jets are getting Aaron Rodgers on the other side of his prime. But he's a damn good quarterback, so he'll get it done. But the Jets aren't winning the Super Bowl with Robert Spahn. Oh, why do I have Robert Spahn on my brain today? They're not winning the Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers. They're just not. Bills stay healthy. They'll have a deep run. But Mahomes and the Chiefs, oh my God. They ain't going anywhere. And then I don't really have an opinion on the NFC for the most part. I mean, like I said, the last few days, because it came out, Jim Nantz predicting a Bills-Cowboys Super Bowl. Are the Cowboys finally going to get over the hump and get to a Super Bowl? Is that possible? I don't know. Howard is a joke, and then Howard is king. This is the world we live in. Howard is a joke. Howard is king. Howard is a joke. Howard is king. One after another. Snapper soup is delicious. Well, I don't know about the soup part. I know a good snapper. A good snapper is delicious. Ope was a Howard super fan. I know. Because I said I wasn't. Now that's the spin now. Yeah, dude, I've been doing this for honestly, I've been doing this for way too long. I understand the mind of a hater. It starts with this. This is how it starts. You try to be an open, honest person about things. I say stuff that makes me look like a fool. I'm not stupid. I understand that. But I also know that trying to speak openly and honestly in general makes for damn good live streaming and radio and podcasting. So I know that. But I know there are times I turn this off and went, why did I admit that? So what the hater does, you say something open and honest, and in this case, I broke down why I wasn't a Howard Stern fan. One of the main reasons was I just wasn't around to listen to him because I was too busy doing college radio and living far from Long Island. And, I go back so far that Howard wasn't syndicated all over the country. So that was one of the main reasons probably I wasn't a fan of his stuff. Did I listen when I would pack my car to go back up to Western New York until the signal ended? Yeah, here and there, sure, I did. But I just simply wasn't a fan of Howard Stern. So you admit this, you say this, you put separate videos out about it, and then what the hater does is take that and then they do crap like this. Opie was a Howard super fan. I'm not dumb, bro. I'm not dumb. I'm dumb for going into radio because I had decent intelligence in school and I chose to dumb it down and do a radio show. That's where I'm dumb. Howard is a hack. Howard's not a hack. And the original grifter. I love the term grifter, man. And Howard is a grifter. He held up Sirius XM for so much money. Oh my God, what's going on the TikTok? Someone liked my video. Oh, that's good. The problem with Sirius XM, they should have told Howard to go screw. We ain't paying you all that money. Howard wasn't going to be able to make that money anywhere else. But there's a whole company that depends on Howard over there. When Howard finally leaves, they're in deep trouble because they haven't developed anything else over there worth truly listening to. So there you go. But he is a grifter. He held up a lot of people for a lot of money, man. Howard's great. All right, if Howard's great, sure. Oh damn, Ross Dog. I think you just renewed your membership on my YouTube channel, Opie Radio. We, we're barely over 100 members. We were pushing 200 members because somebody gifted a whole bunch of memberships for my YouTube channel. And then the month ended and everyone's like, I ain't paying the $5. But some of you are coming back. Thanks, Ross Dogs, Broken Spirit. Opster, Benji, if Benji came to you at the height of O&A and asked for a writer's position, would you have hired him? I don't really know much about Benji. He was on my podcast, though, a few years back. He seemed like a very, very cool, nice guy, but we didn't have this is the difference between Opie and Anthony and Howard Stern. We didn't have writers. Howard has so many writers and so many people working for him. We had a very good staff behind the scenes, absolutely, but we didn't have comedy writers. We had a very, very small staff. The amount of people behind the scenes they need to prop Howard up is absolutely incredible. When I think Howard could get rid of all those people and literally turn on a microphone with Robin and just have a little chit chat, and that would be very, very good radio. He doesn't need all that other garbage at this point. He really doesn't. But I think he's that insecure that he surrounds himself with a giant staff to help prop him up. There were so many days it was just me and Anthony, man. We just, all right, what are we going to do? I don't even know. Turn on the mics. Let's see what happens. Howard couldn't do that. He could do that a little bit, but then everything else had to be planned. Everything on that show was pretty much planned, except for maybe the first hour of the show where they're just shooting the shit back and forth. So, Biff Rotten Thighs, $9.99 on this Super Chat Friday. Helping the cause. Thank you very much. Looking for fivers and likes. Happy Friday, Hope. Your video feed is exceptionally crisp and clear. Looks awesome on that beach. Per usual, here is to the trots hitting Jim, Sam, and Kumia this fine day. I don't wish anything bad for any of those guys, but I do wish they get a good trotting. I do wish they get the trots, because you can't live your life that way. A lot of us, I'm not the only one. You feel like you were done wrong. And then a lot of us just wish something would be done wrong with the people that did you wrong. But the fact is, if you live long enough, you realize that has nothing to do with your life and your success. Don't ever play the only if game. Sorry, I'm a little sleepy because we stayed up really late last night to watch our new show that I'm still not saying which show it is because I don't want you guys to ruin it. And man, are we loving this show. And as soon as we're done binge watching it, then we'll talk about it a little bit. But I stayed up pretty late watching that. And then stupid Scott Watson woke me up. You had to be watching the live stream earlier to understand all that. Anyway, but the one lesson I learned, because I think I was in this world. I felt like a few people from the old days did me wrong. So then you wish like something bad would happen to those guys, And then you realize through therapy and self-awareness and really looking into your own garbage that the biggest problem a lot of us make living this life is living the if only this happened, then I'll be happy. You can't live your life that way. Sure, it should be in the back of your head, like, if I came upon $1 million, I'd be happier. Yeah, of course, the basics of that. But the day-to-day, if you're sitting there going, oh, if only this happens, then I will be, that is the worst way to live your life. The worst way. It doesn't work out in the end. You can't count on other people for your happiness. Look, if Look, when the Jim and Sam show finally just implodes and it seems like it's well on its way, oh God, I'll be skipping and dancing all day long. But I'll also know that that has nothing to do with me and my life and my success. But sure, I'll be like pretty fucking happy that day. 100, as the kids would say, 100. You're a sandwich, Ope. Well, I thank you for that. Haha, oh, past that mod me remark fast. I don't I honestly repost what you're talking about because I don't know what you're talking about, Misha. I've explained this. You might be new to here, but as I'm talking, I'm just clicking comments to give a lot of people, time on the big screen. A lot of times I'm not even looking at the comments on the big screen as I'm talking. So I don't know what you're talking about. If it was something, I'll put it on the big screen and we can comment about it. No problem. Did you ever think of bringing in Jackie Martling when you were on the radio? We had him on. We had all the guys that Howard blew off for no particular reason whatsoever on our radio show. They all came rolling in. Gilbert Gottfried came rolling in. Artie Lang came rolling in. Pat Cooper came rolling in. Jackie the Joke Man came rolling in. And then that loudmouth female comedian, she came rolling in. Because Howard blew off all those people. And I got to talk to a lot of these people off mic, and they're like, yeah, we still don't know why he banned us from his show. Because he's a wimp. Howard's a wimp. He doesn't want the confrontation to actually sit down some of these people like Gilbert Gottfried and Pat Cooper and go, well, this is the reason why I can't have you on my show anymore. I'm reinventing myself, and you're not good for my new brand. He didn't have any of those conversations. They all left wondering, what did I do wrong? I gave the guy, hundreds of hours of great radio, and next thing you know, he doesn't want anything to do with me, but I don't know why, because he didn't have the conversation with me. Ross Dog with the $5. How about those new Loch Ness Monster picks? Oh, damn. What do we got? I used to believe in the Loch Ness Monster when I was a kid. Turns out whatever that body of water is, there's a lot of trees on the shoreline, and a lot of trees fall into the that water. I forgot. I used to know all this stuff. And a lot of the Loch Ness Monster sightings over the years were these giant tree logs and stuff, just bobbing in the water. My point about the Loch Ness Monster is we have the technology now that we could scan that whole damn. Is it a lake? I know it goes deep and all that, but they got the equipment now to scan the whole damn lake to see if there's anything in there. In the old days when you had a dumb giant camcorder trying to get a glimpse of the Loch Ness Monster, But now we all have our cell phones. We got drones. We got all sorts of equipment. And they still really don't have definitive proof that there's anything out of the ordinary living in that lake, right? Oh, okay. A Kuma wins. Perfect. Off the TikTok. They did scan it years ago and they found nothing. Okay. There you go. There you go. Let's go Texas A&M. Am I right, Ope? RJ Hitters, you are right. There's someone that listens to my podcast, Opie Radio. If you know, you know. I put that story on the latest episode of the Opie Radio podcast. You can get it wherever you get your podcasts. I see sports being a new vice for me. Haven't watched sports since my ex-life. Oh, okay. I just can't wait for football to start. God, I love football. Absolutely love it. And then right after that, a month or so down after that, the NBA starts. Oh man, that's what I do love that this time of year, getting my football and my NBA in for sure. Eagles, you going Eagles? John Cord's already coming up with line of the day. Jets aren't winning with Robert Spahn as quarterback. They would win with Robert. Yeah, I made that mistake. Absolutely. What's your Super Bowl prediction? That's just dumb, to be honest. I don't know. I don't know who's strong in the NFC. I think the Eagles will be right there again, of course. I would love personally. Excuse me. I just bit the side of my mouth. I would love to see the Bills and the Eagles in the Super Bowl. I think that would be a badass Super Bowl. I would like that a lot. And then I could root against my in-laws again. They get bothered by that. It was Patriots, Eagles, and I'm on a group text. And I'm like, no, I'm going Patriots. They couldn't believe it. I'm like, I can't, even though I'm pretty much like almost a Philly person at this point, marrying a Philly gal and going down there so many times and knowing so many people down there, I should sort of be a Philadelphia sports fan, but I can't do it being from New York. I can't do that. Hell no. Hell to the no. Oh my God, I got stuff coming in. All right. It is Super Chat Friday. We're looking for fivers and likes, that's for sure. It helps the cause. It helps me live streaming. Ooh. When Doggy makes that noise, he smells something good. You like that, right, Doggy? Oh, yeah. And now he sees his competition. Oh, that's the two dogs. Oh, my God. So, I don't even know if this will make sense to anybody, but whatever. What is Rob saying? Rob Marotti, great video quality today. New camera, new lighting, well done. How's Doggy doing after that run in on the beach? Doggy's back to 100%. Let me explain these two dogs down there. It's such a pain. And I didn't do anything different, Rob. This stupid cable out here, it's hit or miss. Some days it gives me perfect quality video, and then the next day it's terrible. And I am wired in every single day. There's no rhyme or reason to it. So these two dogs, right? Holy crap. So some dog, yeah, you bark. So these two dogs, Doggy was playing with them down the beach a couple of days ago. And all of a sudden, you just got to know your dog if you're a dog owner. He's bothering me. I hope you can hear all over the barking. So he really wants to get out of the beach. So anyway, they're playing and stuff, right? My dog goes up to their two dogs. They're off leash. My dog's off leash because it was really early in the morning. And all of a sudden the lady goes like this. And the dogs are playing like completely normal, nothing out of the ordinary. And she's like, and then she goes, "Is your dog friendly?" I'm like, "What do you think?" And I know a lot of you don't believe when I tell you this stuff, but I'm telling you the truth. I was so annoyed. I'm like, "What do you think?" Of course. And then Doggy, because the smell was just right or whatever, like whatever it is with those two dogs, he's really into them and obsessed by them. And then all of a sudden, I couldn't get my dog back on the leash because all he wanted to do was play with him. And then the lady's like, "You sure he's friendly?" I'm like, "Yes, he's friendly." And then all of a sudden, I finally got my dog back on the leash. I had to pull him back toward the house. This is very rare. He usually is pretty cool about everything. And then they had like a sort of a puppy that was just following us all the way back to our house. And there's another thing that people do on this beach. Your dog takes off to play with another dog, and they just continue walking down the beach. So now you're like, could you just stop so I could get my dog so I don't have to walk a half a mile with you to finally get the dog to come all the way back? So then I did the right thing, and I'm just waiting in front of my house for this lady to come and get her dog. I'm like, "God, come on, man." And then she grabs her dog, and it was so obvious I was taking care of her. She says nothing. I go, "You're welcome." Oh, thanks for doing that. Yeah, no problem. But anyway, he's really into those two dogs. This is the guy who said he never listened. I don't know what's going on. I skipped the super chat, so maybe explain all that and in one nice long comment, and I'll put you on the big screen. Street Fighting Man with a $5. Oh, I forgot. Where did Frunkus come from? I don't remember, to be totally honest with you. It's a Jim Norton thing. I honestly don't know that. Sorry that you wasted $5, but I honestly don't know where the whole Frunkus thing came from with Jim Norton. I have no idea. I'm telling you, there are super fans out there that know way more about the Opie and Anthony show than me at this point. So maybe somebody in the chat knows that I can help out Street Fighting Man. But man, I appreciate the $5 Super Chat Friday. Thank you, brother. Oh, damn, day one. Thank you for the super sticker. Appreciate it. I got some NZs. I don't know what an NZ is, but I appreciate it. Wayne Buatkins might be a sandwich, but an open-faced roast beef or turkey with some mashed potatoes can be pretty tasty. That's not a sandwich, though. We all know when we're eating a sandwich, and a hot dog is a sandwich because it's enclosed in bread. But when you're starting to talk about open-faced crap with the gravy, that's not a sandwich. Oh, good God. Now I need, I'll either go roast beef or turkey with the open face now. Oh, man. That's what I want for lunch now because of you. Oh, my God. Do I go roast beef or turkey open-faced? Man, they're both so damn good. I might go turkey, though, believe it or not. I think I might go turkey. Oh, my God, another super chat. I'm skipping the super chats at this point, giving them priority on Super Chat Friday. Wah. Howard Stern beat us so badly. I'm begging for fires on YouTube. Yep. You're the Raiders. Raiders. You're trying so hard. I know a couple of my Howard Stern videos that I posted really bothered you. I get it. But turn me off and go support your man. Go support your man. All right. A $5 from this guy. It's Gyarados. Saw your live show in Montreal in 2014. That was a great experience meeting everyone and the comedians. Oh, damn. Those were some damn good broadcasts. Oh, my God. That was at the Montreal Comedy. That was 2014? Holy crap. Those were really, really good shows, man. We had a huge couch, and there was at one point, I don't know, some of those shows we had 6 to 8 comedians all babbling at the same time. It was crazy. That's a good memory. I used to love going up to the Montreal Comedy Festival. That was quite the blast, for sure. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Thanks for the $5. It motivates me to continue doing this. Yes, it absolutely does, because I don't want to do this for free. And then I got another super sticker, another $1.49 NZ. What's an NZ? I don't know what an NZ is. Dun, 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 dun. You go turkey over roast beef? You go roast beef over turkey? Seriously, I'm lost here. All right, where can I listen to your podcast? All right, let me break it down again. I was doing separate podcasts where I would record them. It'd be brand new for everybody, but then it was getting a little tedious, and I really, really like live streaming because I love the feel of going live, and either today's just an average live stream. I'll tell you. You don't have to tell me. I'll tell you. It's just an average live stream. Some days it's unbelievable, and I feel like I can't do any wrong, and it just works. And other days I fall flat on my face. But I love the live aspect of this, where I could just babble, and sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't. So then what I do, I change my whole thing. I live stream pretty much 7 days a week now. Then I find the good stuff in these live streams. Like today, yeah, I don't even think the turtle rap that I did earlier will make it. And then I don't think any of this live stream today will make the actual podcast. But then I go through the live streams, and then I got Jason up there in Indiana. He's helping me out, and some other people that don't want to be known publicly. And then I I get the good stuff from these live streams, and I put it together into a podcast episode. And the podcast is called Opie Radio. You need a podcast app there, sir. Do you understand all this? So just think of this as like the raw feed. And then I take the raw feed and crush it down to the stuff that works to make an actual podcast episode. All right. Like the latest episode, it has a lot of really good stuff on there. It has the Rich Voss inviting us to the Donald Trump roast. Told that story. It has me making fun of Mitch McConnell freezing up. It has an old clip of Donald Trump talking about not changing diapers. That's from the Opie and Anthony show. Every once in a while, I'll dip and get some old audio and play off that. I got some Patrice O'Neill memories in there. I also talk about where the Howard Stern versus Opie and Anthony, but more Opie than Anthony, feud began. To Anthony's credit, he went with the whole thing more than maybe he would have liked. But I explained where that whole feud began. And then I also talk about, trying to remember what else I put on there. Oh, I talk about how it's impossible for Opie and Anthony to get back together. And a couple other things are in there. It's quick, 28 minutes, 30 minutes, boom, boom, boom. And it's available right now. It just, it became available yesterday. So it's there. It's there if you subscribe to Opie Radio. All right, that got a little wordy. I'm not going to lie to you. That was a little wordy. What a glorious beach day, Ope. Would you leave there if the kids weren't in school? No, I would never. No. If it wasn't for the kids, I would be out here 12 months. I would be out here the entire year. I've had some of the best days ever on the beach in the winter. It's just glorious. Nobody's around. You hear the waves. The sun comes up right over the ocean. It's awesome. Mr. Frederick Hughes III, you skipped my question. What was it, Craig Salmon? Because I give priority to super chat. So if I see a super chat, like, look, I'm spinning out of you right now because this guy's got a super chat. They go to the front of the line on Super Chat Friday. So it makes it harder for you to get your comments read on the big screen. Rob, let's stop kidding ourselves about turkey. Do you really like turkey, or do you eat it because it's healthy or because of dumb Thanksgiving? Stop the insanity. Turkey stinks. This was my rap. This is my rap. You'll hear the rap again around Thanksgiving. If turkey was that damn good, we would be eating it all year long. We rarely eat turkey outside Thanksgiving. Every once in a while, if you go to a good deli on Long Island, you might get a turkey and cheese sandwich, maybe like a turkey and Swiss with a nice thick tomato on it. But the open-faced turkey sandwich is damn good. I don't know why I don't order that more at the diner, but in general, you're right. If turkey was that damn good, I think the holiday started because when we were farmers and stuff, pretty much everybody was a farmer back in the day. They're like, what are we going to do with all these stupid turkeys? I thought people would like turkey. And then someone's like, why don't we make a holiday and force these people to eat the turkeys so we can knock down the population of our turkeys on our damn farm? Cheers. That's what I think. But leftover turkey the next day, where you do make a sandwich with the turkey and the stuffing and the potatoes and the gravy and the cranberry sauce, and you put it all together on a sandwich with a little salt and pepper. Good God. Good God. But Rob, you are right. If it was that damn good, we would be eating turkey all year long. All right, we're at an hour. Should we just start wrapping up? Or you know what? I'll do this. I will stay until the super chats run out. Oh, no more super chats. All right, I'll see you guys. Actually, let's get rid of the TikTokers. Thanks, TikTok. I'm done with you. Have a good day. Whatever. Bye. Let me get rid of the TikTokers. Yeah, man, I got crushed on TikTok today. There wasn't a lot of people watching, which is so weird. Like, you can't go from thousands of people watching on TikTok to this. This is what's so frustrating. I like bringing you guys inside the process. This is what's so frustrating about social media. So all week I was talking between something like 4,000 and 6,000 people on TikTok every morning, right? And then today, 458. That doesn't make sense. You don't lose. It's impossible to lose that much of your audience in one day. So there was some kind of glitch with the TikTok today. And then this is why I don't really think much about TikTok in general. This is how much I made on TikTok today. There's literally no rhyme or reason to any of that stuff. Oh, I got a super chat. All right, I'll stay. I got a super chat. I'll stay. A little dogfight happening on the old dirt road. It should be turtle now for Thanksgiving, not turkey. How dare you, sir? I saw turtles released yesterday. I put the raw video on my in my private Facebook group. I put the raw video on my Instagram Opie Radio for my subscribers, and I also put the raw video for my members on Twitter. It's all about memberships. I'm sorry, but it is. But I'm trying to keep most of my stuff free. But my people, like, you know, our research is showing that the new thing is you got to get these people to join something of yours. I'm like, that's awkward, though. You tell them. I'll put you on camera and you tell them. But that's the way of the world, I guess, with the Patreon, the OnlyFans, the memberships on the YouTube channel. That's where all this is going. But with that said, I try to keep most of my stuff free. Yeah, there's a situation going on over there. Let me just take a peek. Man, she's yelling at her dog. Doggy, was that the same dog you were barking at? He went to the other side. We'll see. I think that's the same dog that was on the beach. Now they're walking on the dirt road out front. Hi, Royalty. How are you? It's such a beautiful morning. I don't think I want to go. I think I could like freshen up my coffee and we could do a few more minutes. I honestly, I don't know what's going on in the world. I know the damage from the hurricane was pretty significant, but people are getting back on their feet already, right? Or at least trying. I know that's going on. I know it's Labor Day weekend, which is just I just can't believe it. I can't believe it. Dog fight on the dirty road sounds like a euphemism for a grand old evening. I knew someone would pick up on that. The old dirt road. All right. Let me your show sucks. Newt Borat for the win. I don't know what that means. Weren't you the guy giving me money? And now you're saying I suck? I'm confused, day one. Can you explain what you're trying to do here? I'd appreciate it. Opie has 35 minutes in him. Well, I could do a few more minutes. What happened to the beer show? I moved out here for the summer, Craig. People really like the beer show, so I'll be bringing that back. Everything's about to change. And I like that because I feel like we did it out here in general. I don't want to leave this beautiful location, but it's about time to change it up a little bit. So literally next week, I'm going to be live streaming 500 feet above the streets of New York City. I'm going to be doing a weekly live stream from Get Parts with my friend Matt. I'm bringing back the beer show and I'm bringing back my street videos. So everything's about to change, which is, I think it's time, which I am excited about that part of this whole thing. So, all right. You know what? You gave me $5. I'll continue. Screw it. Scott Bell, what do you say? I was listening to the Jim Brewer Pizza Man story on YouTube while lawn mowing yesterday. It had me in tears. You still hang out with him in Jersey? No, man. I have no issues with Jim Brewer whatsoever. But in recent years, we talked maybe once a year, maybe. And he left Jersey, Scott Bell. He said, screw it. He had it. And I don't blame him. they squeeze us up here in the New York City area. New York, Long Island, Manhattan, especially New York City, Jersey, we get squeezed. They're taking so much of our money with taxes and stuff. It's forcing everybody out. I got extended family that I never thought would leave Long Island. I'm talking about my cousins, my aunts, my uncles, my own family. And, they finally were like, we can't afford to stay here anymore. They were the type of people that were born and wanted to die in Long Island, but they're like, screw this. And then we hear that they're down in North Carolina and Florida and a few other like states. And they're just like living like way better. They're like, you got to see my house. And they'll send pictures. I'm like, how is that possible? Because you can't afford anything close to that on Long Island, Jersey, the city, what have you. So Scott Bell, long story short, Jim Brewer finally had is like, I'm out of here. And he moved to somewhere in Florida. So there you go. You know what? I'm going to warm up my coffee. And the fuck was that now? There's a lot of action on the old dirt road this morning. All right. Let me do one more warm up. We'll do about another 10, 15 minutes. All right. I'll be right back. All right. Doggy definitely wants to get on that beach. I think I might do a beer show later too. I'm trying to find a time to talk to a really funny guy, Jesse Joyce. He's got a book out. And he wants to, he just wants to catch up. He was very close with Greg Giraldo. I believe he wrote for Greg Giraldo. He now writes for Jimmy Kimmel. He's a guy that used to do the shows. I say shows because I'm not sure what version. He probably did Opie and Anthony, but he was on a few times. And we hit it off, and I really liked the guy. And then we sort of lost touch. And he reached out to me recently, and he wants to come on and promote his book that he's got out. I'm like, dude, I got to be honest with you. I don't talk to the same amount of people. I just want you to know that. He goes, I'm aware. He's like, but it'll be just cool to catch up with you and talk about what I'm doing these days. So maybe later we'll do a beer show just so I could talk to him. The reason why I can't get him on in the morning, he's in LA. So he's not up at, well, now it's 5:30 in LA. So you shut off TikTok. I sure did, Eric. I sure did. Yeah, man. If they want to continue watching, it's a way to push them over to my YouTube and my Facebook because I can't count on TikTok. Of course not. TikTok's weird. It's fun at times, but it's weird. I don't know what's real over there. I got videos that have done millions of dollars, not millions of dollars. Jesus, God, no. Millions of views, and then the next video you post does 200. There's no rhyme or reason over there. It's fun, but Trevor, thank you. Like clockwork. Every day he gives me 4, man, and he doesn't even expect me to say thanks. That's just buried on my Facebook page. But I want to make sure I thank him as much as I can. So there you go. I should have done the beer show from the beach. I really should have, but I don't know. I just got preoccupied just enjoying the hell out of my summer out here. Because when I turn off the live stream, that's it. I mean, I work off and on all day here and there, but that's it in general. All right. Yeah, beach Opie's boring. What's up, Andy? It's not that I think it's starting to get tired is what I'm trying to say, Andy. So for me, it'll be good to mix it up, and get back to the city and it'll be all new and fresh and different. I like that. I like that I have that opportunity. No, I think I think we did all right out here this summer with the live streams. I think we got a lot done. We did some really, really good stuff out here. Very, very happy how it all went. But also no, I'm aware that it's time to mix it up. That's why a lot of these dummies out there, they'll never be big because they don't know how to mix it up. All they know how to do is turn on a live stream and just yell and scream about other live streamers. And that's all they got. And they don't realize it's getting tired and old and that they maybe should pivot and try to do something else. Time to move to Montana. My God. I would love to do that. You should do a parenting show. You gave me some good advice on my firstborn a few weeks ago, Nathan. Right the F on, Nathan. How's that going? I hope it's going better. You're in it, though, man. You're in it. I was telling my friend Matt, his daughter, his daughter is like a year and a half-ish. I'm losing a little track. I'm like, dude, you still got another year where you're really, really in it. I mean, it never gets easy, but when they can start taking care of themselves a little bit, that helps. When they can wipe their own ass, really, really helps. That helps a lot. It helps a lot. Oh, there you go. Okay. Thank you for that, Street Fighting Man. My God, you guys read that one for yourself. Okay. All right, then. Thank you very much. All right, we can start wrapping up. You guys have a beautiful weekend. I'm going to try to turn this on later. I'm going to see if Jesse Joyce is around to just shoot the crap a little bit. He became a father in recent years. He's got 2 kids. I don't know if you guys even know Jesse Joyce. He's really talented. I never saw his stand-up, but on my show, he was always really good, and he's a really good writer to the point he writes for Jimmy Kimmel, so he's doing something right. Just got here. Are we talking about how the old days yet? How the old days yet? I don't know what you're trying to say there, John. All right. Rider strike, so unemployed. Yeah, I would assume so. Hopefully Jimmy Kimmel's doing the right thing and paying his staff because, he makes all the money. He ain't going to be hurt by a writer's strike, Jimmy Kimmel. Isn't he doing a podcast with the rest of the late night show hosts? That sounds like it's going to be awful. Fish Guy, thank you. Are you just checking this out, Fish Guy? You want to jump on for a second? Let me see if I can get Fish Guy on for a second. He might be busy, though. I'm sending you the link, Fish Guy. I want to talk about the sea turtles from last night. I am live. Invite guest. Copy. Let's go to Fish Guy. He might not be able to do this, but I sent Fish Guy photos the link to see if he could talk about the turtles really fast. That was fun yesterday, man. Oh, my God. Very, very fun. Going to stall for a couple minutes, see if Fish Guy wants on or not. I mean, he's probably at work. Yeah, you might have a couple minutes before you start your work day, right? Yeah. Scott Bell, my favorite beach live stream was you under the towel during the rain. Showed your dedication to your fans. That was wild. That was wild. And we were fortunate. Every morning we were able to live stream from the deck. I just simply didn't want to do it inside because I think it's it's a little sterile. And my goal was, no matter what, try to do it from the deck. If we had a whole bunch of days in a row that the weather was bad, I would have found somewhere in my house, of course. But we were lucky, man. There was only 1 or 2 rainouts the whole summer. And at that point, I'm like, you know what? I need a break anyway. And then there were a few that the wind and the rain, I'm like, screw it. Let's just do it. Andy called you boring. Put him in timeout. Now Andy's one of our guys. He was joking. Oh, you're probably joking too. Sorry, Craig. There he is. Fish guy.
What's going on?
You're going to work, obviously, and you got the bad connection.
Yeah, I'd have you. So.
If you can hear me, drive for a couple more minutes, and if you can, jump back on. I want to talk to him. I'm going to ban him for having bad signal problems. No. Kick gas. Okay. Maybe he'll pop back on. But he gave us such a great late afternoon yesterday, and then it ended with me and my family eating at a food truck. Oh, as the sun was going down, and there was a dock, and there were fish just bouncing around, feeder fish. Oh, it was glorious. It was so nice. It was one of the best nights of the summer, and it happened last night. All right, I'm stalling for Fish Guy, but I think he's driving to work, so I don't think he's going to get a good signal. That sucks. Maybe I'll get him on later for the beer show. Yeah, maybe I'll develop a beer show for later today where we just drink beers and hang out. And I'll put the link in the private Facebook group so some of you could join me, all right? All right. Let's get out of here. If you gave me a few bucks today, I greatly appreciate it. It keeps me motivated. I'm not going to get rich by this by any stretch. I think I paid for, I'll tell you, I almost, because these food trucks are like, they're not cheap out here. I almost paid for dinner from the food truck last night with the pocket money you guys gave me today. That's it. That's it. And it's nice. I like that. Not going to lie to you. I like that. So I almost paid for dinner. That's all. That's all I'm looking for. And hit the like on the way out, okay? That really helps too. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I don't think Chris is coming back. That's all right. We'll try it later. And I think everyone's good. Hit the like, deplorables. Yeah, hit the like. King of all diffs knows. I'm going to wait for 4 more likes, and then I'm turning this off. Let's see how long that takes. Got the 1. Dude, Jesus. Stop holding back your likes. I know this was an average live stream. I'll give myself my own grade. But there was plenty of stuff where you could have hit a like. Why are you holding back your likes? Wait, Fish Guy's back. Let me see if he... Hey.
Hey, what's going on?
Well, that's a little better.
There you go. I pulled over. We're good.
I was ready to tap out for the morning, but I wanted to personally thank you. Well, I already personally thanked you, but I wanted to get you on this thing. Man, that was fun last night.
Yeah, perfect night. The weather was excellent, and they released 7 sea turtles, 3 of which I think had satellite tags, so we should be able to check on them this morning on their website.
Can I ask you, so the obvious question, like I saw some of the satellite tags on these turtles. I was like, oh my God, are they going to be bothered by those things? So what can you say about that?
The tag is kind of glued on. It'll stay on for, they hope for it to stay on for quite a while, but it doesn't affect their buoyancy in any way. It's kind of streamlined so the water goes over them, and it'll just track them as they go, and eventually it'll just fall off as the shell grows. It just pops off and falls off. So
right.
It won't be there forever.
And why is it important to tag some of these turtles when you release them? Well, first of all, let's back way, I don't know, a bunch of months ago. So these turtles were found on the beaches and they were hurting or they were tangled in our pollution. And what's the organization that takes care of them? And walk me through the process really quickly, the steps.
Yeah. So the group that does this is the New York Marine Rescue Center. They're based in Riverhead, and they're the only place in New York State that can rehabilitate marine mammals and sea turtles. So these sea turtles that they've been releasing this summer were ones that were brought in with cold stunning. So that's in the winter months. So in another 2 months or so, we might start seeing more cold stone. So what happens is they get too cold, they can't migrate, they wash up on the beach, they pick them up, they rehabilitate them, and then they release them in the summertime as they progress. And they put tags on them just to see where they go throughout the ocean. So many of these things, these turtles, they start migrating south this time of year. If it's earlier in the summer, they'll come back in the bays and feed. So it just gives us an idea how the turtles navigate our waters once we release them.
So we did that at 6 o'clock last night. So about, I don't know, 15 hours ago. How far are the turtles, would you say?
In the past, some of them were not far, just, a few miles.
Out?
We've had others that boogied offshore and would go 5 or 10 miles offshore overnight. So it really depends. I haven't had a chance to log in.
Right.
If you go to their website, New York Marine Rescue, they'll have there's a link there where you can track all the turtles they released this summer. There was a few that were hanging out in Staten Island. I know a few went east. There's been a couple that have already gone a little bit further south. So yeah, they all seem to have their own little plan on where they want to go after they leave here.
And what's important when they find the turtles on the beach, they're pretty much done. They're dead unless somebody helps them out at that point.
Yeah, many times when you find one of these cold stun turtles, I found a few of them over the years, they look dead. I mean, they're not breathing, they're not moving. You got to remember they're a reptile, so they're really cold, slow metabolism. So really, when they find these turtles, they ask you just to call them and leave them. You don't want to warm them too fast. So they do a whole training thing. They're always looking for volunteers to walk the beaches during the fall and winter months. We'll be having a training session in November. I think it's November 2nd at Uber Geek Brewing in Riverhead. So
nice.
People can, so people can sign up and learn how to walk the beaches looking for these turtles. Because if no one finds them, they're toast. But as soon as if someone can find them, these turtles stand a chance.
Bro, I look forward to having some beers in the fall with you at Uber Geek, man. I love that little brewery in Riverhead.
Yeah, we're there next Thursday. We've actually got the owner of Uber Geek Brewing Company and the owner of North Fork Brewing Company. They're doing a talk together. They're going to kind of talk about what it's like to run a brewery, brew some beers. They're going to do a collab brew beer, so there'll be a beer that night that'll be new and exciting. So yeah, that should be a lot of fun. Just hearing some of their stories of being brewmasters and owners of breweries.
Right on. But last night was awesome. You had the drone in the air. Your footage is ridiculous. Did you do anything with that picture you sent me yesterday? Can I post it or did you post it?
I put it up in my story last night, but no, feel free to post it. And I actually this morning on all of my social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, not Twitter, I missed Twitter, but TikTok, I put up some of the drone footage of two of the turtles that really took off last night. There were two of them that just, as soon as they saw the ocean, they ran, man. They were not slow for turtles, that's for sure.
I was about to say that. It was so cool to see a couple of these turtles. They're like, I am out of here. Thanks for everything you did, but I'm out. And do the volunteers get weepy seeing the turtles being released? Because they get pretty close to them as they're rehabilitating them.
Yeah, I mean, over the years, even myself, you kind of get a little bit emotional, but it's also, I think, for a lot of them, it's exciting to pick up that turtle that, like I said, looking at it, it looks dead. You would have just left it there for the seagulls to eat. But to see it go from that to releasing it, it's cool. It's a really good feeling. So yeah, I mean, the volunteers get a little bit emotional, but it's more about happiness, just seeing them go back and knowing that the hard work they did paid off.
Now, you just reminded me of something. So before I was fortunate enough to kind of get a beach house, we used to go to the Outer Banks a lot. And we came upon a giant sea turtle on the shoreline. I mean, giant. But it was dead. And it was really depressing. And it was spray painted on the shell. And I don't think it was anybody doing the turtle wrong. It almost was like they spray painted the shell for some kind of research reason or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, if it was dead, maybe somebody marked it just for maybe, I don't know, maybe to make it more visible. Sometimes those sea turtles, when they're on the beach, they just look like a rock.
Yeah.
So maybe it was just a way of marking it for the people that come down there to find it. But yeah, not knowing what it would have done. But yeah, I mean, that's down there. They also nest. they nest on the beaches down down in the Carolinas and whatnot. So, they do a lot of that too. They don't do that up here though.
I was going to ask you that because the one cool thing about going to the Outer Banks, we went, I don't know, 3 or 4 times over the years, and there was always a nest nearby that is well protected. At night, there's lights on it. There's volunteers 24 hours a day. And if you're lucky and if you have your trip just right to the Outer Banks, you could see the baby turtles being hatched and crawling out of the sand and going to the ocean. We were never lucky to actually see that, but we saw the actual nest that they were sitting on and watching very, very closely. And I was going to ask you if that type of thing happens on the beaches of Long Island, but you answered that question.
Well, so typically the answer would be no, but I guess it was 2 summers ago, there was a Kemp's Ridley that came ashore in western Long Island. I think it was either Nassau. I think it was like on the western Nassau border. That did lay a clutch of eggs, and they hatched and they went back out. They kind of kept it quiet because they didn't want people to damage the nest or anything. But yeah, so every once in a while it happens, but it's pretty rare. But I have a really close friend of mine who's in Florida, and she's a sea turtle volunteer, and yeah, she patrols the beaches, monitors the nest. Will sometimes help the researchers dig up the nest to bring the eggs in if they're if it's in a bad spot. But yeah, so they do a lot of volunteer work down there as well.
And I hate to ask because it's been all nice, but so how many baby turtles are hatched from one mother down in the Outer Banks about, and how many end up surviving to adulthood? This is what's so depressing, because when you see those little baby turtles, full of life, and then you realize the reality of it is that, the overwhelming majority will never make it to adulthood.
Yeah, I mean, a turtle's nest, could have 100 or more eggs in it, and it's less than 1% typically survives. So, pretty much 1 out of 100 might survive to adulthood.
Oh,
and
God.
But that's the food chain. When people see gulls eating them, it's sad, but that is what they're meant. I don't want to say meant for, but yeah, that is part of it. They're there to feed other critters, and hopefully a few get through and survive. They have a bigger problem now, mainly because of us. Habitat destruction. So a lot of these beaches, they are gone. They're bulkheaded. They don't have places to lay their eggs. A lot of lights at night will distort the turtles. They don't go to the ocean. They'll actually walk to a parking lot or a road. So yes, there's a lot of man-made obstacles, and then other things too, like because of us, certain animals thrive, like raccoons, so raccoon populations are doing very, very well, but they also dig up nests. They dig up turtle nests all the time. So, because, we've made raccoons more abundant through our lifestyle, they'll feed on the turtle eggs as well. I mean, they do that up here. I mean, there's a few spots where I see snapping turtle laying eggs, and you go back the next morning, the raccoons have dug up all the eggs to feed on them. Yeah.
Turtles stink. That's what Jonesy got out of this whole thing. Turtles stink. Speaking of the food chain, I will never get used to it. Having this house, every single day, I see a bird coming out of that ocean with a fish flying back to its nest. And sometimes, man, I guess they're really hungry because sometimes you'll see a bird with a fish this big, and it's flying like this. It can barely get back to the nest with its prey. And the fish is just like this in midair, like, what the F is going on? It's crazy.
Yeah, those are the osprey. And imagine being that fish just swimming along, mind your own business, and all of a sudden 8 hooks get impaled into your body, and then they fly you up to a telephone pole to rip your eyes out while you're alive, to then, just feed on you or feed you to their chicks. So yeah, it's an eat or be eaten world. There's no escaping that.
Oh God, we all feel that too, man. Come on now. Of course we do. But yeah, nature's no joke. Nature don't play.
No, not at all.
It was good seeing you the other day, bro.
Yeah, good. No, definitely. I can't believe summer's over already, though, and I'm down. I just pulled over at the beach, and it's 66 degrees. It's windy. It feels like fall already. It's like the switch got turned off.
Well, we still got to go whale watching before we shut her down and get your boat out of the water.
You let me know when you're out one of these weekends, and we'll make it happen.
And then in the winter, we'll do the seal thing again and risk getting COVID.
Yeah, that was pretty. Yeah, that was pretty funny.
I was on a boat with Chris. For the people that don't know, we were checking out seals. It was absolutely awesome. It was just Chris pretty much had the last boat in the water around here, more or less, except for a couple hunters, and it was us and hunters, and they were shooting, but not at the seals. And we were, oh my God, remember how nice that morning was? It was so nice. And Chris was coughing the whole time. It turned out he had COVID, and I skated that time, but I busted balls about it all the time.
You asked me on the podcast. I'm like, no, it's just my allergies. And then
Right.
next day I had to make the phone call. I'm like, shit, Opie, I got COVID.
I'm like, man. All right, Chris, I'll let you go. I know you got to get to work.
Yeah, no worries, man. Good seeing you. And let me know when you're back out. We'll do some whale watching, or at the very least, go grab another beer.
At Uber Geek. Love that.
Yeah, man.
Say hi to the gang over there for me.
Definitely will, buddy. I'll talk to you soon. Have a good trip back.
All right, thanks, buddy. There goes Chris, my friend, aka Fish Guy Photos. His stuff on all the social media is just absolutely awesome. All right, that's it. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the super chats today. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the support. Blah blah blah. Gonna try to do a beer show later on today. We'll see. All right. And I hope you have a great Labor Day weekend. I can't believe it's upon us. Summer is over.